Hey rum fans, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, I'm going to show you how to make the Merciless Virgin. This is another recipe from Smugglers Cove. This is page 67. And Martin Kate has taken this and adapted it from Frank Skipper Kent, who used to run Skipper Kent's bar in San Francisco. At face value, this should be a cracking cocktail. It's a very easy cocktail, 6 ingredients. Most of you that make tiki cocktails at home should have all of these ingredients. There is nothing wild and wacky out there. As I say, very simple. But this is also going to be a perfect cocktail for the breakdown show as well. Because, you know, it might be that the recipe needs playing with, but it's kind of a base platform to play about with different rums. I have used a rum from Martin Kate, his category recommendation. But we shall see in the breakdown show whether actually a different rum, a different style of rum actually brings this cocktail to life a bit more. But for now, let's dive in and show you how to make the Merciless Virgin, which is page 67. Now this recipe is a nice and simple 6 ingredient cocktail. Okay, so over here I've got lemon juice, not lime juice, lemon juice ready to go. The original recipe calls for cherry hearing. I don't use cherry hearing, I've got April 4th's cherry brandy, very, very similar. This is just slightly stronger, 27, nearly 28% I think, 27.8% ABV, cherry hearing's 24%. And I actually do prefer this, I like that as a cherry brandy, as a cherry liqueur. Pierre Ferrand Dry Orange Curacao, needs no introduction. John D. Taylor's Velvet Falernum, again, needs no introduction. We've got some seltzer water, soda water here. Now the rum, Martin Kate calls for a lightly aged blended rum, or a blended lightly aged rum, category 2. Now this category's got white unaged rums in it. It's also got kind of sort of slightly more aged rums in there as well. I've gone for Dawley's. This is the 47% ABV, so 94 proof version. So this is going to kind of be my base. It's a lovely flavorful rum. I think this is going to work quite well in here, but it should provide a good base for the breakdown show of this cocktail. Can we play about with different rums? What do different rums bring to this cocktail? So that's going to be really interesting to look at. And this is one thing I love about tiki recipes, because a lot of the time they are kind of flash blended, so no need to shake. So this is going to get sort of blended up in there and served up in a footed Pilsner glass. So let's crack on. 22.5 ml of lemon juice, 15 ml, half an ounce of your cherry brandy or cherry hearing, 7.5 ml or a quarter of an ounce of your Pierre Ferrand Dry Orange Curacao, 15 ml, half an ounce of John D. Taylor's Velvet Falernum, 15 ml, half an ounce of soda or seltzer water, and 45 ml, 1.5 ounces of your category 2 rum. And then 12 ounces of crushed ice and 4 to 6 agitator cubes. And then it's a quick 5-second flash blend. Open gated pour into your Pilsner glass. And that was a perfect fit after the froth died. And garnish with 3 maraschino cherries on a stick. And that is your Merciless Virgin. So at the moment, this cocktail is not quite working for me. It's not what I would call balanced. I'm not convinced the rum actually is at fault there, but I'm going to obviously play about with the rum in the breakdown show. I think for me, it's actually the combination of the cherry and the lemon juice that isn't balanced. I think potentially for me, now bearing in mind, I've got a little bit of a sweet tooth, but not a massive sweet tooth. I think for me, I'm going to need actually a touch of extra sugar in there, or maybe a touch of extra Velvet Falernum, just to kind of balance that recipe out. It's not the cherry hearing or the cherry brandy, because that cherry, they are very similar. If you taste them side by side, they are very similar. I would say that the cherry brandy potentially is just a touch more bitter, but not drastically, not enough. You know, not enough to really offset that palate, offset that cocktail. So the breakdown show is going to be very interesting. I'm just going to tinker with the recipe very, very slightly. And then I'm going to be playing about with different rums. Perhaps I'm thinking at the moment, this actually might be suited to more luscious sort of Demerara rum in there. I'm not convinced the Jamaican rum, but a bit more, a rum with a bit more kind of oomph behind it, a bit more flavour, a bit more body. I don't know. It's going to be a very interesting breakdown show. So make sure you tune in for that. And if you've made the Merciless Virgin, let me know your recipe. Do you like it as it is straight out of Smugglers Cove, or have you tinkered with it? Let me know in the comments below.